Bom dia Portugang. These are my new trainers by Parkside from LIDL. Let's check them out.
He's good, he's good, he's good, he's good. Wicked. It's Portuguese good.
Okay, before we start, I noticed that about half of you who watch my content still haven't subscribed yet. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but it really, really helps me out. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go on, smash it. And if you don't...
That's ignorant.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so there I was at LIDL today, and look at what I saw on sale, $14.99. Beautiful pair of trainers. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Portugeeza, we look to you for fashion tips as a fashion icon, maybe the fashion icon of Portugal. Well, guess what? These are going to be fashionable because I'm wearing them, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to think, well, who's going to wear Parkside from LIDL? You know, that's not fashionable. The Portugeeza is wearing them, so now they're fashionable. That's how it works, okay? So don't worry. Get yourself down a little, get a pair of these. Now, they cost $14.99, and they're in all sizes. I'm a UK 10, and it was very easy for me to find a UK 10. You might say, well, Portugeeza, you have very big feet. And you know what they say about a man with big feet, don't you? Big shoes. Exactly, big shoes. What were you thinking? Anyway, I'm just going to put these down for 1 minute and explain to you why I bought these. So like a lot of men, sometimes I find myself complaining that my wife has got too many shoes, but she actually pointed out to me, hey, it's not like you're short of a pair of shoes. So I had to think about it, and I thought, well, I do actually have quite a few. So I've got, for example, I've got these Vito work boots, okay? These are the steel-capped work boots. I've got my motorcycle boots. Must have in any fashionista's wardrobe. You've got to have a pair of Crocs. I've got a feeling these are fake Crocs. Yeah, I'm too tight to buy real Crocs. I think I bought these from the Chinese shop for about €5, but hey, I still look great in them, and they look especially great with socks. Shorts, Crocs and socks. I rock those. This is a pair of old Nikes, and I use these when I'm doing some painting or maybe mixing up some concrete or something, because I don't care how dusty and horrible they get. I mean, they were very nice when they were new. And then on my feet, I've got these Carrymore walking shoes. And, you know, again, most of these shoes, when I bought them, were relatively expensive. I think I explained in a previous video, if you want to buy these kind of named brands like the Carrymore stuff, you want to go to like Sport. I'm in Portugal, obviously, for those of you who don't know that. You want to go somewhere like Sports Direct, which is where I bought these Carrymore shoes. I think they were about €40 or something. And I've seen them online for nearly €100. So that's what you can do there. But either way, you've seen me speak in a few of my videos about frugal living, as some may say that I'm very tight with money, and I think that that's a fair thing to say, But what's happened is the work boots aren't really comfortable for just walking around casually. My painting shoes are disgusting. Crocs have their place. And my motorcycle boots, even though they are very comfortable, were quite expensive, and I don't really want to wear them out just walking around casually. I also have a pair of mountain biking shoes that are the same. They were super expensive, and I don't want to wear them out when I'm not riding bikes. And I've been thinking to myself that I'd like a second pair of trainers, because what happens is I go out hiking in these, they end up getting wet and muddy. So I come home, give them a wash, but they're still a bit wet. So I end up leaving them drying, and then I've got nothing to put on my feet, really. And I've been thinking I wouldn't mind just a pair of trainers, just casual trainers that I could just wear around while I'm waiting for my hiking or walking shoes, whatever you want to call these, to be fit for purpose again. And so there we go. $14.99 at LIDL. And funnily enough, today LIDL had I think it was a €4 voucher. So I bought them with that. So it was $10.99 for a pair of shoes. So the next step is I'm going to try them on, and then I'm going to wear them for a couple of hours. I'm going to go walk the dogs with them on, and yeah, then in a couple of hours I'll come back and I'll give you my verdict on how comfortable or uncomfortable they are. And obviously I can't really say how long they're going to last. Normally a pair of Nike trainers like these ones, I usually get about a year and a bit out of them. You can see the tread's nearly gone on the bottom of those. So, but they were a lot more expensive than $14.99, I can tell you that. So if I get 6 months out of them, if I get a year out of them, I'll be well impressed. But anyway, let's get these on the feet and see how we go. Oh, just before I do that, I'll just mention pretty standard sort of material, sort of a rubber sole, and then black sole, and then kind of green vinyl upper. Okay, there's obviously no leather here or anything like that. So vegan shoes, maybe vegan shoes. Anyway, let's get them on, take the dogs for a walk, and then I'll come back and have a chat to you about how comfortable or not they are. All right, so here we are out in the village, my central Portuguese village. What a cracking day. Really hope the tide has turned, and I really hope we've seen the end of winter. I mean, I wouldn't mind a few more rainy spells just for the land, but as I always say, let it rain between midnight and 3 a.m. Yeah, gloriously sunny. So I suppose the only disadvantage is I'm not getting to test how these shoes are on these slippery cobblestones. Footfoot's got to insist on walking behind me today. Look at that, look at that. Again, Footfoot, just keep walking in front of me, man. Making my life difficult. But yeah, so first impression, they feel pretty comfortable. I wouldn't say they're as comfortable as my Nikes, but that goes without saying really. Although my Nikes are well worn in, and sometimes shoes do get more comfortable with age, don't they? All right, I'm going to step over this lead again. Foot, keep walking ahead of me. One thing I would say, they're very, very lightweight, which is fantastic. Feel really comfortable, really easy to slip on and off. I would probably, because they're made of vinyl, and obviously, let's say compared to the Nikes, they're obviously not as high quality material. I'm not saying they're rubbish, because they're not. They're a good trainer, a good solid trainer, but you can see the materials aren't quite as, look at how he's done it again. The materials aren't quite as solid as, say, on the Nikes. What's that? So, yeah, so at home I have a plastic shoehorn, tend to use when I'm wearing my shiny shoes. Oh, I didn't show you my shiny shoes, but they're something that I wear very, very, very rarely. But yeah, I use a shoehorn on those to support the heel. And I think that might be a good idea on these. I think you could wear them out very quickly if you didn't take care of that. I've also noticed, even though the sizing is correct, on my right foot, my big toe does feel a bit close to the front of the shoe. And on previous shoes that are of this style, that's somewhere, for example, on my Nikes, where I have put a hole through on that right big toe. So you might consider going half a size up if that's comfortable for you. But as I keep saying, keep in mind, $14.99. And what do you think of the look, guys? I'm wearing the khaki chinos today, and I think they look good, don't they? It's like anything, you know, you got to keep in mind that it's me wearing them, so I tend to make anything look good. Right, so nearly back home. Had them on my feet for about 40 minutes now, and they feel really comfortable. There's no problem here. They're soft and light, so there's not going to be any problems with breaking them in or anything like that. Yeah, so there you go. So as I say, for me, they're just that sort of spare second pair of trainers. I'll probably only wear them once or twice a week. As I say, normally I wear my hiking or walking shoes, whatever you want to call them, And it's only a problem if I've been on a long hike and they need airing out a bit because they got a bit smelly, or if they got wet or muddy and they need to be sat for a day or two, then this just gives me an option. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So there you go. Parkside trainers from Lidl, €14.99. I bought them so you don't have to. Don't worry about the fashion side of things. As I say, now that I've worn them, everybody will want them. You better get them quick, actually, or they'll probably put the price up. That's the sort of thing that happens. They'll become a collector's item. If you like this type of content and you're new around here, please consider subscribing. It really, really helps me out. And if you like the video, please give it a like. Muito obrigado, amigos. Ciao.